Mistakes will happen. I've previously made a similar video but didn't get the full point across. I guess that was a mistake. I make a lot of mistakes. Can you recall the last time you made a mistake? Were you ashamed or did you regret it? Just the other day, I decided to wait until later to take my dog for a walk. By the time we went out, it was so icy that she saw a cat and pulled me over on the ice. So, with a cause and effect situation, because I neglected to take her out earlier, I ended up with a bruised butt and a bruised ego. You are a human being, and mistakes are inevitable. What was your biggest blunder? How did you learn from it? Let me know in the comments. We all make them, and we all wish we didn't. Even the most extraordinary people have made countless mistakes and never gave up. Be a happy loser. The term loser is thrown around often in this country, so much so that it no longer implies that the person actually lost a game or even lost all their money. More and more it becomes common to be a loser because you live in a van down by the river instead of a trendy loft downtown. If this is the case, I was once every bit a loser. I lived in a van and parked mostly in my mother's driveway. Double loser. Being a loser doesn't mean that you lost. It means that you don't fit into the mold that so-called winners have created. We've all seen them. They are the gurus found on social media. They are the people who got a small loan of $1 million and turned it into an empire. They weren't built the same as you, and you shouldn't compare your life to theirs. If you are better than you were yesterday, and they call you a loser, remember that you are the only person that can judge you. Be a happy freaking loser. I know I am. It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Marcus Aurelius. We have often seen people thrown under the bus by their bosses when mistakes happen. As a result, we start covering and hiding errors instead of fixing them, or pointing fingers instead of accepting them. Due to this, a person limits himself and builds fear of trying anything new. But little did we know mistakes are the best lessons of our life. They happen unintentionally and can only be avoided by not doing anything at all, like ever again. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. After making a mistake, a person perceives it in either of two ways: embrace or think of it as bad. Where the reaction to a mistake is often adverse, embracing it, however, is part of the learning process. It molds us into a better version of ourselves. We make it and learn from it. Stay tuned for 10 of the positives of making mistakes. Time and experience have proved to be the best teachers. Every mistake we make brings us a life lesson to learn, but only if we admit it. If you start blaming others for it, you distance yourself from any possible lesson. Rather than seeing them as negative, look at them as opportunities. Let's look at how to learn from mistakes and what good they do for you. In order to learn from your mistakes, you need to acknowledge them first. Although it's not easy to admit one, it's crucial in learning and improving yourself. Admit it, take responsibility for it, and use it as a chance to improve yourself. You can only learn from your mistakes after admitting that you have made them. After acknowledging this, the next step is to analyze your mistake. This will help you ensure the mistake does not happen again in the future by thinking about your cause and then identifying solutions for the future. Keep asking yourself why until you find the cause. If you find yourself stuck in finding a solution, you can also get help from your friends or coworkers. After all, constructive criticism can help identify areas to improve. A simple mistake can teach you something you didn't know before. Try to find out a lesson in which you can improve your skills. For instance, running late to an important meeting shows you how poor you are at time management. Therefore, you need to work on your time management skills. View your mistakes as growth opportunities rather than failures. Think of them as a positive experience. It's all about the learning mindset that helps you grow and improve. Let's explore the 10 positive sides of mistakes. Number 1, reflection and growth. The experience of others holds great value, but lessons from our own mistakes are more memorable and make much more sense. Mistakes give us an opportunity to reflect on ourselves. What have we learned and how it makes us feel? And what can we do to not make a repeat in the future? It gives you the experience of what works and what doesn't. With previous faults, you can problem solve, adapt learning, and figure out future scenarios. Number 2, it motivates you. Mistakes motivate you to do better. You could become a more efficient planner, or you could be punctual in the future by working on your time management skills or making some lifestyle changes. Mistakes give you the motivation to achieve your goals and dreams. They present errors and make successes more worthwhile in the long term. Number 3, it builds character. You change yourself in an attempt to change mistakes. You create an ideal version of yourself by building your character. Number 4, you can help others grow. You can share your experience with your friends and coworkers once you have become successful in reflecting upon your mistakes. This will help others grow around you as well. Number 5, you gain a sense of humility. Mistakes are a gentle reminder that you do not deserve everything that comes your way. Everyone has flaws and you cannot be the best at everything. Number 6, it holds you accountable. It's important to own your mistakes. Taking ownership makes you a stronger version of yourself. Analyzing where you went wrong will make you less vulnerable to an error, which develops confidence. Owning a mistake takes courage, which strengthens you. Each mistake we survive builds our character, giving us the confidence to go on. Number 7, avoid repeating. Once you do something wrong, you are less likely to do it again. It's a psychological occurrence noticed in our everyday lives. For instance, when we burn ourselves on a hot pan as a child, we realize that we should probably grab the handle in the future. Because you did something wrong in the first place, you are less likely to do it again by avoiding it next time. Number 8, take more risks. Do you feel scared while taking risks or get frightened by suggesting a new project idea in your meeting? Our inner critics hold us from taking risks, as we are afraid of making mistakes and what the outcome might be. Don't hold yourself up. Try and test the next time, as mistakes open us up to taking positive risks that you would not take otherwise. This is because you overcome the fear of hesitation while feeling a sense of relief. Number 9, changes mindset. Overcoming mistakes changes your mindset and broadens your thinking. It allows you to see positives instead of narrowing down on negatives. You can see a bigger picture instead of minute details and discover new ways to move up the ladder. Number 10, it allows us to make amends. Your mistakes can have a significant impact on the life of others as you share your experiences with them. This brings up the opportunity to understand and get to know each other better while making your connections stronger. Ask yourself, do you learn from mistakes or try avoiding them? Take a deep breath the next time you make a mistake. Remind yourself, it's not a bad thing, and move on. Thank you. If I earned it, please consider subscribing.